In the blink of an eye, life can take a shocking turn, as it did for Vinney one fateful day. Imagine waking up to a day that started just like any other. The sun was shining, the birds were chirping, and life was unfolding in its typical predictable patterns. For Vinney, it was just another ordinary day. He had plans, dreams, and a to-do list that stretched out before him. Little did he know that his world was about to be turned upside down. As Vinney moved through his day, a sudden and unexpected incident occurred. The details are hazy, lost in the chaos of the moment. Maybe it was a car accident, a sudden heart attack, or a fall down the stairs. Whatever it was severe, and it caught Vinney completely off guard. The paramedics arrived, their faces grim and focused. They worked tirelessly, trying to pull Vinney back from the brink. But despite their best efforts, Vinney's pulse faded, his breathing stopped, and the light in his eyes dimmed. The unthinkable had happened. Vinney was declared dead on the scene. The shock of it was like a tidal wave, sweeping through those who knew and loved Vinney. It was a surreal moment, the kind of thing you hear about on the news but never expect to happen to you or someone you care about. One moment, Vinney was alive and full of life, and the next he was gone. The official procedures were followed. Vinney's body was placed in a body bag, tagged and prepared for transport. The world moved on, leaving behind a silence that was deafening. But as we'll soon discover, Vinnie's journey was far from over. Vinney was dead for 45 minutes, sealed in a body bag and on his way to the morgue. But as the world deemed him dead, Vinney embarked on a journey beyond our mortal comprehension. The physical world as we know it faded away, and Vinney found himself in a state that transcended our earthly understanding. His body may have been lifeless, but his consciousness was very much alive. It was as if he had stepped out of a restrictive shell and into an existence free from physical constraints. Vinney was having an out-of-body experience, or OBE, a sensation of floating outside one's body and observing the world from an independent and different perspective. This was no dream or hallucination. The vividness of the experience was unlike anything he'd ever known. He could see, hear, and feel with an intensity and clarity that dwarfed our everyday perceptions. Everything was sharper, brighter, more real than real. The colors were more vibrant, the sounds more resonant, the feelings more profound. It was as if he had been living in a black and white world and had suddenly stepped into Technicolor. He wasn't alone in this new realm. He encountered beings of light, radiant entities that exuded an overwhelming sense of love and peace. These beings didn't communicate in the way we do, with words and gestures. Instead, they communicated directly, mind to mind, in a language of pure thought and emotion. And what they conveyed to Vinney was a message of profound importance, a message of unity, compassion, and understanding. But these beings weren't the only inhabitants of this realm. Vinney also saw what he describes as souls in transit, entities who, like him, were journeying beyond the veil. Some were confused, others were curious, but all were on a journey of discovery and transformation. And then there was the environment itself. This wasn't a physical place with buildings and landscapes as we understand them. Instead, it was a realm of pure energy, a vibrant tapestry of light and color that was constantly shifting and changing. It was a place where thought and emotion could shape reality, where time and space were fluid concepts rather than fixed absolutes. Throughout his journey, Vinney felt an overwhelming sense of peace and acceptance. There was no fear, no anxiety, just an all-encompassing sense of being at one with the universe. He was part of something much larger than himself, a cosmic dance of energy and consciousness that spanned the entirety of existence. Yet, as extraordinary as this journey was, it was not the end of Vinney's story. It was merely a chapter in a saga that would challenge our understanding of life and death, of reality and illusion, of the very nature of existence itself. In this realm, Vinney was not just a visitor, he was a participant in a reality beyond our own. In this strange but fascinating journey, Vinney had an extraordinary encounter that would forever change his perspective. While enveloped in the calm, ethereal realm beyond the veil, Vinney found himself face to face with an entity of immense power and profound wisdom. This entity, which Vinney perceived as a higher power, radiated an inexplicable warmth and an unconditional love that filled him with a sense of peace he had never known before. In this moment, time seemed to lose its meaning, and Vinney found himself engaging in a deep, meaningful conversation with this higher power. They spoke not in words but in pure thought, a communion of souls that transcended the boundaries of the physical world. The higher power shared with Vinney insights about life, death, and the interconnectedness of all things. It conveyed to him that death is not an end, but rather a transition into another form of existence. It emphasized that every life, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, has a purpose and is a part of a grand cosmic design. This extraordinary encounter left a deep imprint on Vinney. It shattered his previous beliefs about life and death, replacing them with a newfound understanding of the universe and his place within it. From that moment on, Vinney no longer feared death. Instead, he saw it as a continuation of his journey, a journey that does not end with the cessation of the physical body, but continues in a different form. The impact of this meeting was profound. It transformed Vinney's outlook on life, instilling in him a sense of peace and acceptance that remained with him long after his return. He began to view every moment as precious and every interaction as an opportunity to learn and grow. This encounter, however mystical, was as real to Vinney as the air we breathe. It was a rendezvous with the divine that forever altered his perception of life, death, and everything in between. It was an extraordinary encounter in an extraordinary journey that continues to inspire and enlighten those who hear his story. Just when Vinney was immersing himself in this new reality, he was pulled back into the world of the living. The return was nothing short of a miracle, a testament to the inexplicable mysteries that life and death hold. The line between the two, as Vinney discovered, was not a solid boundary but a permeable veil. Imagine the scene. The cold, sterile environment of a morgue, a place where life is typically pronounced over, not reignited. A body bag lay on the table, its occupant presumed to be forever silenced. Then a stir, a gasp for breath, a hand reaching out. Vinney was back, not just from the precipice but from beyond it. The disbelief that followed was palpable, a tangible fog of confusion that hung heavy in the room. The medical staff, trained in the certainties of life and death, found themselves grappling with an event that defied their understanding. The monitors, previously flatlined, were now alight with the rhythm of a beating heart. Vinney, declared dead 45 minutes earlier, was now very much alive. But his return was marked by more than just physical revival. His eyes, once vacant, were now filled with a sense of wonder, a profound depth that spoke volumes of his journey beyond. His first words, fragile and hoarse from disuse, echoed around the room. "I was somewhere else. I was somewhere beautiful." It was clear that Vinnie's journey had left an indelible mark on his soul. The man who had been on the brink, who had crossed into a realm beyond our understanding, was not the same man who had been zipped into a body bag. The Vinney who returned bore the wisdom of an extraordinary experience, the knowledge of a journey that few could comprehend. His revival sparked a flurry of questions. How could this have happened? What did it mean? But amidst the chaos, Vinney remained calm, his gaze distant, as if he was still partially tethered to the realm he had briefly inhabited. The profound changes in Vinney were not just metaphysical. His brush with death had gifted him a new perspective on life, a renewed appreciation for the fleeting, precious nature of our existence. He spoke of love with a new depth, of connections with a newfound reverence, and of life with a fervor that was infectious. The return was not just a second chance at life for Vinney. It was a catalyst, a transformative event that changed the course of his existence. The Vinney who had been lifeless in a body bag was gone. In his place was a man reborn, a man who had tasted the mysteries of the afterlife and had returned with a new understanding of life. Vinney was back, but he was not the same man who had been zipped into a body bag. He was a man touched by the beyond, forever changed by his journey across the veil, a journey that redefined what it means to truly live. Vinnie's journey beyond death had given him a new lease on life. A profound statement, yes, but the transformation Vinney underwent was nothing short of extraordinary. Post his near-death experience, Vinney came back to life, not just physically but in a sense, spiritually as well. His entire perspective on life had shifted dramatically. The man who once lived life in the fast lane had now slowed down to take in the beauty of existence. He began to appreciate the little things, the moments that we so often take for granted. His personality underwent a significant transformation. Where once he was impatient and restless, he had now become calm and composed. The fear of death, that constant lurking dread that grips so many of us, had completely disappeared. He had seen what lay beyond and came back with a sense of peace that was infectious. His beliefs too took on a new form. He began to view life and death not as two separate entities but as a continuous journey. A journey that does not end with death but simply transitions into a different phase. Vinney started to believe in the concept of an afterlife, not out of fear or wishful thinking but because he had experienced it firsthand. Vinny's approach to living saw a radical change. He started living each day as if it were a gift, cherishing every moment. He became more compassionate, more understanding, more loving. He started to value relationships more, realizing the importance of love and companionship in our lives. It was as if he had been reborn, with a new understanding of life and its mysteries. He was no longer the same Vinny. He was a man who had journeyed beyond the veil and returned, forever changed. Vinny was living proof that death was not the end but a doorway to another reality. A reality that continues to mystify us, but one that Vinny embraced with open arms. His story serves as a reminder to us all that there is a lot more to life and death than we can possibly comprehend. Vinny's story is not just about death and revival, it's about the incredible journey of the human spirit. As we delve into the extraordinary narrative of Vinny, we discover a story that transcends the boundaries of our earthly existence, offering profound insights into the deepest mysteries of life and death. Vinny, a man like any of us, found himself on the brink of the ultimate transition. Clinically dead for 45 minutes and already in a body bag en route to the morgue, he was on the precipice of a journey that few have embarked on and returned to tell the tale. But, as fate would have it, his story was far from over. Instead, it was just beginning. His near-death experience, or NDE, was marked by an out-of-body experience that defies conventional understanding. He journeyed beyond the veil of death, into a realm that many would describe as otherworldly. His vivid recollections of this journey offer us a glimpse into what might lie beyond the threshold of death. A place of profound peace, unconditional love, and extraordinary knowledge. The implications of Vinny's experience are far-reaching, challenging our conventional understanding of life and death. It questions the finality of death, and invites us to consider the possibility of an existence beyond our physical reality. It opens a window into a realm that science is yet to fully understand, and it nudges us to explore the mysteries of our own consciousness. However, Vinny's story is not just about the afterlife, it is also a story of rebirth, of a second chance. His return to the physical world was as miraculous as his journey beyond it. It was a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the unfathomable mysteries of life. In the aftermath of his experience, Vinny found himself transformed. He emerged with a renewed sense of purpose, a deep appreciation for life, and a profound understanding of love and compassion. He came back with lessons of forgiveness, unity, and the interconnectedness of all things. And he brought with him an unshakable belief in the continuity of consciousness after physical death. So, what does Vinny's story teach us? It teaches us to treasure every moment of our lives, to cultivate love and compassion, and to seek unity in diversity. It reminds us that death is not the end but merely a transition into another form of existence. It encourages us to explore the depths of our consciousness and to embrace the mysteries of life and death with an open mind and heart. In the grand tapestry of existence, Vinny's thread weaves a tale of mystery, wonder, and hope. His extraordinary journey reminds us that life is a precious gift, that death is not to be feared, and that our spirit, in its essence, is eternal. It gives us a glimpse into the incredible potential of the human spirit and the deep mysteries that lie beyond the veil of our earthly existence. In the grand tapestry of existence, Vinny's thread weaves a tale of mystery, wonder, and hope.